glad I still have something early.
Good evening, everyone. Would you all please rise for the presentation of the colors? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please remain standing for the retirement of the colors. Thank you. Please be seated. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 40th Annual Youth Awards Day. And welcome to the Putnam County Golf Course. Mother Nature is not agreeing with us, so we will do well without it. So, and let's enjoy the evening. It's really a highlight of the youth board to have this event. The staff worked very hard to pick the students and to properly honor them, and let's all have a good time in honoring our students. Thank you. I would now like to introduce Pastor Jennifer Boyd from Trinity Lutheran, who will give the invocation.
Let us pray. Gracious Lord, you call us into community with one another, and you call us to care for one another. We thank you for all our award winners this evening, for the time and the commitment, for the heart that they put into the ways in which they have served this community. Continue to bless them as we do celebrate them. May the sense of community continue to flow out from them to the world. We pray these things in God's most holy name.
Thank you, Pastor. I would now like to introduce Janine Cunningham, Youth Bureau Executive Director.
Thank you, Bill. Bill is the president of the Putnam County Youth Board, so thank you for being here tonight. My co-host. So good evening. Welcome to the 40th Annual Adult and Youth Awards. Tonight we will be recognizing 19 youth for their outstanding community service to Putnam County, and one adult who has devoted countless hours to the youth of Putnam as well. If you're not familiar with the Youth Award process, high school students and adults are nominated for the award. There's a completed packet. It includes a service log and reference forms. We do put the process on your table just for your reference, just so you can see that. And I really want to thank my board members who really put a lot of time and energy into the scoring of this process. So this year we've received numerous nominations. Based on all the criteria, the board members, they scored each candidate, narrowed it down to all these amazing winners. So at this time, if the Youth Award winners and the adult could please stand and be recognized for all your outstanding community service. If the Youth Board members and Youth Bureau staff can also please stand and be recognized. If it wasn't for the Youth Board members and Youth Bureau staff, we wouldn't have such great programs, and just really, they just provide a lot of support to myself, and just making everything in the Youth Bureau just run so smoothly and so great. So I just really appreciate all you do. At this time, if I could have the parents and guardians of all our award winners please stand and be recognized for all that you do for your youth. So everybody, so when the award winners come up, this will be after dinner. You'll come up to the podium, look at your plaque. We have a bunch of different dignitaries that have given us certificates from our county executive, Kevin Byrne. We'll have from Senator Rollison, Senator Harcum, Assemblyman Slater, Assemblywoman Levenberg, Chairman of our Putnam County Legislature, Amy Sage, and our Sheriff, Kevin McConville, and Carmel Town Supervisor have all provided certificates for this evening. Not all of them could be present, but they have provided the certificates for all our award winners. So at this time, I would just like to acknowledge some of our dignitaries. This evening, we have our Putnam County Executive, Kevin Byrne. Our Commissioner of Social Services, Mental Health, and the Youth Bureau, Sarah Sordia. Our Deputy Commissioner of Social Services and the Youth Bureau, Nicole McGuire. Our Putnam County Sheriff, Kevin McConville. Carmel Chief of Police, Anthony Hoffman. Carmel Court Judge, Thomas Jacobellis, and Putnam County Supreme Court Judge, Honorable Anthony Millay. Putnam County Supreme Court Judge, Honorable Joseph Spofford. And from our school districts, from Carmel High School, Assistant Principal Allison Golan. And also Carmel High School Assistant Principal Kerry Weltman. From Haldane School District, we have Carl Albano, Superintendent. And Haldane High School Principal, Julia Sniffen. Mayapack High School Principal, Patrick Keevens. Putnam Valley High School Assistant Principal, Dr. Letitia Payne. And I wanted to also just recognize from Cove Care, the Program Director, Kerry Foster, who's also one of our youth board members. And from Putnam Northern Westchester Women's Resource Center, Piaget, Sol Piaget, thank you for being here. So I just want to really congratulate all our award winners, and for everybody to please enjoy the evening. And now we'll get started with our keynote presentation. So our keynote tonight, our presenter grew up volunteering in Putnam 4-H programs, went on to graduate from Rochester Institute of Technology with a BS in video game development and a minors in psychology, philosophy, and Japanese. His career path focused on kids' entertainment and educational games as he worked with Disney, Nickelodeon, Google, New York's Education Development Center, and more to build his award-winning projects to benefit students and funded research projects. The skills he learned while in 4-H created many opportunities to shine professionally. John currently lives locally and continues to support the Putnam 4-H program and leads the Teen Action Group focused on supporting our youth in areas of leadership, citizenship, and community service. He's also a past recipient of the Youth Award in 2004 and was last year's Adult Award recipient in 2024. So please welcome John Machino to the podium to provide the keynote speech tonight.
Thank you. Could we please get one big round of applause for the Youth Bureau, because this is the 40th anniversary of this day. What a miraculous milestone for county and nonprofits. We can go. We have a system. I'm going to wave the next slide since I don't have it. Well, we went over my intro, so I don't have to do that. But I did receive the Adult Award last year for all the community service that I've done over the years in Putnam County, and so I'm very grateful for that. We can just go to the next. Thank you. Oh, and I know the big question that a lot of you young folks that play games, I know have, I've been making video games now as a profession for almost 15 years. That's a lot of fun. It's a great career path, and the burning question that I always get is, did you build Minecraft? So no, I didn't build Minecraft, nor Fortnite, nor Call of Duty. I decided after college to take my career in a slightly different direction. I saw the possibility, because it kind of happened to me as I grew up playing video games in this generation, the power that games can use to enhance learning, to kind of help our understanding of the world. Just like reading a good book does, but it takes it a step further in this, putting you in an immersive platform for learning. So I decided to go that direction, and these are just some of the projects that I've worked on, and some of the properties that I've worked with over the years. And I'm going to kind of talk tonight about. As Janine mentioned, I also, in 2004, which is like forever ago, when I was in high school, got the Teen Award. So it's been a long journey. Yes. So we're gonna probably do one of the most embarrassing things, which is talk about my younger self. Embarrassing for me. So yeah, that was me back in the early 2000s with some friends in 4-H having a good time. Aside from 4-H, I was also in the junior ROTC program. I did Boy Scouts, and pretty much my parents were, I don't know if it was to get me out the door and away from the TV, but it was kind of just like anything that cropped up. It was like, yes, I'll do it, yes, I'll do it. And so it was a lot of wonderful opportunities. When I was in high school, I was aspiring to be an entomologist because I loved insects, and the whole time I was growing up, I wanted to study marine biology because I love the ocean, I love animals. That was kind of like my whole passion growing up. And then one day, I was sitting at home. I was already in high school. I was a couple years into high school, sitting at home. My mom just walked into the room while I was playing video games one day, and she said, "Why don't you go to school and make video games?" And I was like, getting hit in the face because it didn't dawn on me that was a thing I could be doing. So I remember, soon after going to my guidance counselor, I went to Brewster High School, I marched into my guidance counselor's office and I said, okay, I wanna get a degree making video games, but I also want to go to a school that has like animal sciences so I can learn marine biology and entomology. And I don't know if there's any guidance counselors in the room, but her head was spinning because she's like, that's not going to happen in one school. But when I was getting ready to go off to college, obviously I did decide to kind of go into a field of technology and focus on that. And coming out of Brewster High School, I was in advanced classes, like I'm sure many of you are right now, and I caught early senioritis. My junior and senior year, my grades slipped because I was in classes with the seniors. They're all kind of on their way out the door, and it kind of rubbed off on me. So I didn't have perfect grades. But I did have so much in the way of volunteerism and community service from all the programs. I'm going to go over, I handpicked a few we'll talk about. And I, thankfully, I got into every single school that I applied to. And RIT, where I ended up going, I went to a few times to speak to the recruiters as they would kind of come around. And every time they said, your GPA is not high enough, you're probably not going to get in. And I was told that 3 times, and they did accept me. I also got accepted into Cornell University, which was kind of like a long shot school, but they didn't have the tech programs at the time. All right, next please. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about bridging your education and your future career. These 2 words have been driving your life from the minute you were born, whether you acknowledge it or not. This is kind of like what we strive for in society. So let's dig deeper into those. So, high school me. I always went, like I said, I was in advanced classes for the most part. I was a good student, but I always would sit and think, like, why do I need to learn this? That was always on the top of my mind. Why am I doing this project? Why am I doing this assignment? What good is this for me? It always just felt like busy work, getting ready for the next test. How many people have felt that way? Going through school a lot, okay, yeah. And I think that's one thing that the education system could do a better job with is kind of helping students to understand the why, so that you don't feel like you're kind of just going through these motions. Go to the next one. adult me loves to learn. It's just like one of the most fun things that you can do. When I went to college, and for the first time, I was able to pick classes that I wanted to take, that mattered to me. That was kind of like the intro, and like, hey, learning could be fun, learning could be a good thing. And it really ignited, and I think this is the case for many students that kind of, once you get out of the rote grade school, this is the, hopefully the passion and excitement is there to continue to learn and want to, keep pulling this up. I'm sorry. I saw Dina walking. I love Dina. So outside of school, I'm constantly like, what new scientific inventions are there? What new technology is coming? Just stuff to get excited about. So younger me, I'm gonna kind of ping pong back and forth for a little bit. Younger me, we had in 4-H a group called Techno Teens. The mission of this group was just to teach us professional video development skills. So we would create like PSAs for county programs, and we co-wrote a grant with the CCE office. We got the grant, we bought all the latest like tech equipment, and again, early 2000s, so kind of tech is just kind of like coming up and still expensive. But I learned how to piece videos together, and it was just a fun hobby at the time, and I didn't think anything of it. But then, after I graduated from school and I was working at my first game development studio, we were building Disney's Frozen. The movie hadn't released yet. I got to see an early, unfinished copy of the movie because we were building the game. The way that it usually works is the video games kind of have to come out at the same time as the movie so that they can kind of synergize the sales. And we kind of got done with the game, and the CEO of my company said, hey, Disney would like us to make a trailer. Does anybody know how to do that? And I was like, I know how to do that. And I got to sit there for like a whole week instead of programming and designing stuff, and I made a trailer for Disney's Frozen that they put into movie theaters when the movie came out. So had no idea that was gonna kind of like fall on my lap. But because I had that experience when I was young, I could easily jump on it. Thank you. So here's some photos. Sorry if it's a little blurry. We had another program called the. Maybe I'm better off over here. So we had another program called the Puppeteer Players, and the mission of this group is just creating scripts that we can kind of execute on, stories with morals and lessons. We would go around to all the different area libraries and just perform, and it was a lot of fun. But high school me, very shy. I hate getting in front of people and speaking. And between the Puppeteer Players and then public presentations, which is another wonderful event that we still do every year, where youth get up, of all ages, get up and just gets used to talking in front of a crowd of people. It's evaluated. I remember the first year that I did it, remember I liked entomology. The first year I did it, my topic was Madagascar giant hissing cockroaches. And it freaked the evaluators out. But also the first year that I did it, I got up in front of a room full of people like I am today, and I froze, and I couldn't do it. And the next year, I came back and did it again, and I went on to the next level, and the next level went all the way to the state level with the presentation. Failure's okay too. If you're doing something that you're not comfortable doing, you learn from it and you grow from it, and you just keep at it until you master it. So, yeah, okay. So Yeah, so how did those contribute to me today? So one, obviously, I'm up here speaking in front of a room full of people again. Also being able to, at work, when I'm working with a team of people, when I'm working with key stakeholders, maybe at other companies, being able to communicate with them effectively, clearly, and work with them. Huge skill to have, whatever your job is. So I also work at a haunted house every year. And I have a blast doing it. So the puppet, performing with puppets, that was my first and only, entry into kind of performing arts. Doing the haunted house, it's effectively live theater. People pay money to come and see me and and have a good time and be entertained, and then maybe pee their pants a little bit. Does anybody recognize the better looking gentleman? Yes? That is Matthew Gray Gubler. So, so he's the lead actor in a show called Criminal Minds. He came into the haunted house I was working at one year, and he had such a blast going through it. And when I did my stint with him for 5 minutes or so, he waited until after we closed. And when I came out in costume, he was like, "Can I please take a picture with you?" He's like, "You had so much fun. You were amazing." And I was like, "You're the actor. I don't know nothing." But never thought I'd be in a situation like that. All right, so we have another wonderful youth group called the Teen Action Group, and it's still around today. When I was in Teen Action Group, and sorry, Dina, I'm going to put you on the spot. So Dina had just come to Putnam County, and just as I was about turning 13, which is the age to join our teen group, and so I was in this Teen Action Group program, all of high school, and we, pretty much ran the Putnam County 4-H fair as young adults. If anybody has been going to the fair over years, you have seen tons of kids running around, setting things up, getting things ready. We stayed overnight. We would make a bonfire. We'd all get up, and this is uncharacteristic for high school, right? We'd all get up at like 6:30, 7 in the morning, take cold showers, and then just run amok and get the whole event ready for the day. What an opportunity. And that's me emceeing the dog show at the fair. So fast forward to when I'm an adult. You can go to the next one, thank you. Yeah, so fast forward to when I'm an adult. I was at a company where they had this big symposium. It was called the Games and Education Symposium. The goal of it was to invite educators from across the country to come and learn how to use games and technology to enhance learning. And again, when they said, "Hey, does anybody have an idea how to put events together?" Hand went up. I was ready to go from all the years just helping manage the fair. Also, a big part of dealing with the fair and working with the nonprofit in general is soliciting donations from various companies. And this event was also a nonprofit, so I was like, "Oh, I know how to separate people from their money." And huge success for many years. I kept doing this event. By the way, just show of hands, how many people tonight are here being recognized and also affiliated with the Teen Action Group? Awesome. So, friendships that you make along the way. Some, people come and go out of your life, but hopefully many stay. The friends that I made while I was young were some of the best friends and really family that I have today in my life. This young lady, second from the right, her name is Molly. She went through the Teen Action Group with me as well as the Techno Teens group. Today, she graduated from Cornell and Yale as a doctor in biology. And she took the skills that she learned making videos, and now she's primarily a science communicator, building building videos and doing streams to just teach people about what do scientists do, so that there's not this like scary what are they doing in those labs. She's in the lab with a video camera showcasing what's going on and how the science is done, and that's just really wonderful. I have another best friend who is a United Airlines pilot. So you never know like where people will kind of go in life, but it's great to kind of stay in touch and stay close, and we talk all the time. And of course, I make video games, so I can't not say that video games didn't have a hand in kind of raising me to some degree. Obviously this is The Legend of Zelda, but just being in a game world, exploring a fantasy universe, filling in the edges of the map, following along with a story, characters that are being developed. I mean, what better way to kind of, gain, compassion and for all these different like races of creatures and people in the game world, and feed your kind of like natural drive for exploration and wonder. I didn't think that I'd be working for all these companies when I was sitting in high school, thinking, why do I need to learn this? And it's been a wild journey so far. Okay. So two stories. So I did work at Nickelodeon for a while. While I was there, I got to see and sit in the chair from Blue's Clues, huh? Nobody can say that. They did make a few of those chairs, so they're around, but that's cool. Does anybody recognize the young people on the right? That's JoJo Siwa. Why is JoJo Siwa in your slideshow? Well, I was at an event with my team at Nickelodeon. We were in a 5-star hotel in the city, in the ballroom, super fancy. I walked into this ballroom thinking my team was right behind me, and I turned around and they weren't there anymore. The doors were closed, and I just was like, well, I'll just sit. I'm sure they'll come in eventually. All of a sudden, a little blonde girl comes out and is practicing lines. Now, I didn't know who she was at the time, and that's why I'm bringing this up so I can embarrass myself. She's practicing lines, and I was just kind of sitting there, just her and me, alone in the room, and I was just like, you got this. She's practicing her lines, messing it up, trying again. I'm like, oh, don't worry, you're gonna do fine. Just thinking she was a normal little girl and not realizing she was a professional performer. All right, next. I actually have a similar story with one of the Jonas Brothers. Skip that. Okay, so why games? Why, whatever career you're thinking about now, why go down that road? For me, teamwork is one of the best skills you can have, and trust me, when you guys are all off applying to jobs, this is what recruiters want to see more than anything. It's of course like the technical skills in whatever area you're in are going to be useful, but the ability to communicate, to work with other people, to share ideas, and have examples of how you have done that in the past, and I'm sure all of you have already done that many times, but they want to see people who can they want to see people who are going to kind of like fit into the family and the culture more than anything these days. Critical thinking is another kind of big component for why I went into this field. Identifying, kind of using data to identify solutions is huge. logic, you know, being able to kind of see stuff like this and get excited and work it out in your head, you know, just being excited for your day-to-day because you don't know what it's going to bring. Problem solving is a huge part of making games. As a developer, every day is a new challenge. I don't know what's going to break. I don't know what we'll be working on from day to day. And to me, that's exciting. And human-computer interaction, and this can also kind of apply to really any type of game. This is just really like the tactile input that your users are going to do. So I'm sure all of you have invented games with friends, maybe involving balls. Maybe you tried one ball, it didn't work out so well, and so you changed to a football because it made the game more fun. That's what that is. It's kind of like that interface between the human component and whatever the game is. And then we have the things that I sat there thinking, why do I need to know this? Math and you know, understanding how math works. Right over here we have the Pythagorean theorem up there, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I know that's one that like everybody just goes, why? But why? Well, when we're working in a digital space, the hypotenuse of that triangle is an awfully good way to get the distance between two objects, which we often need to do. Sciences, so physics formulas and stuff, when we kind of like model the world in a computer, we're not looking to make it perfect. We're looking to simulate it. We're looking to kind of take shortcuts. When Mario runs and jumps, like that's not really gravity that they built into the game. You know, there's just kind of like an up vector, and then he comes back down again until there's like a collision with the floor. But we kind of like, we want to create an approximate model of the real world so that it feels good to be in it. And writing, both creative and technical. And I know for people who aren't planning on going and writing, again, when you're in grade school, you're thinking, why do I need to learn how to be a technical writer? In this case, in video games, we build documentation. When we're on a team for a long period of time, it's important that everyone that I work with over the course of a year or whatever doesn't have to keep coming up to my desk to be like, hey, what is this supposed to do? Hey, what is this supposed to do? So I can describe in detail what's going on, and they can refer to like a document somewhere. And then creative writing, obviously, creating scripts, creating stories, creating dialogue. So in all these pieces from across my life, from across my education, when, you know, for me, working in the games industry is really kind of pulled in and tapped into everything to kind of create like a complete picture. And so whatever careers you go into, try to identify your hobbies, your experiences, your education. Think about yourself holistically. Think about all the different parts and things that you love. Figure out a way to pull them together into whatever the careers that you're choosing, and maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll help you decide, you know, one career path versus another. Okay, so I looked through everyone's application to get to know you all a little bit better, and you can go one more. And I added up all of your collective community service hours, which is over 11,000 hours just in this room. That's crazy, you guys. 1.3 years. Absolutely. And aside from the hours themselves, the thing that stuck out to me was you're all a bunch of overachievers. All these different areas showed up multiple times across all of your applications. It was just clear that everybody who is being honored tonight deserves to be. You kind of contribute in so many, like a wide breadth of areas. It's easy to see how you're making Putnam County a better place. So the thing that, when you guys go home tonight and your parents and your guardians say to you, hey, I know I don't say this enough, but I'm proud of you. And you're about to lay your head on the pillow while you go to sleep, I want you to think about, while you're falling asleep tonight, I want you to think about, where will life take me? Just imagine it. It's not going to be perfectly, accurate. Obviously, nobody's got a crystal ball, but give it some thought. Get excited about your futures. Based on what I read in your resumes and the fact that you're here tonight, I know you're off to a really good start. So, be excited, be passionate, wherever you end up, whatever community you end up in, seek to be a part of it, reach out and find ways to contribute. Congratulations to everybody tonight. Thank you for letting me speak to you. And I know for the parents and guardians, special thanks to you. I remember, again, when I was younger, I had to get driven everywhere to all these different things, and it certainly feels like a chore. So you're making a huge positive impact for your kids. Thank you to the educators as well for the same, and then for being there and offering the programs, and everyone who is here to celebrate you tonight. That's it. Thank you.
Well, I hope everyone is full from that beautiful dinner that we had. And now we'd like to introduce Chloe Udichuk, our Youth Board Vice President, to read the proclamation.
Congratulations to the Putnam County Youth Bureau's 40th Annual Youth and Adult Award recipients. The individuals selected to receive these awards have exemplified true benevolence through their tireless community service that has benefited their fellow residents in the Putnam County community. Joseph Talk, recipient of the 2025 James F. Reitz Adult Award, has contributed to establishing and expanding youth services as well as teaching students about the justice system. The 19 Youth Award recipients, Andrew Barty, Madeline Grant, Carissa Escovarage, Natalie Escovarage, Cameron Felsenfeld, Christian Ferreira, Olivia Fitzsimmons, Josephine Foley Hedlund, Kate Freehill, Adam Geller, Kira Hammond, Kaylee Harney, Svetlana Kaplan, William Lopes, Ryan Martin, Robert Maxwell, Vanessa Mazzi, Georgia Tompori, and Colin Weindell have all recognized the importance of making the world around them a better place and have shown that age is not a factor when it comes to putting their awareness into action. On behalf of Putnam County government, we again congratulate each award recipient on this well-deserved honor and extend our sincerest gratitude for the contributions made by each individual to our great community. Putnam County is such a wonderful place to live, and it is heartwarming to know its future is in such capable and caring hands.
Thank you, Kelly. I would like to ask Kevin Bird to come up, please. Our county exec.
Thank you, Bill. I just want to briefly say thank you to all of our honorees this year. This really is one of the more special events that we do each and every year. And we are rightfully thanking and honoring, recognizing our young people who go above and beyond, stepping up for this community. You are part of the fabric of this community. Volunteerism is something that is becoming increasingly hard to find. I see people in this room that volunteer in the fire service, that volunteer, are part of Scouts, all sorts of amazing organizations that help this county thrive. And I also would be remiss if I didn't recognize the parents and family members that have supported them along the way. I know there's a couple other electeds that maybe we didn't recognize here, and they might get embarrassed by saying this, but I know our Cold Spring Village Mayor, Kathleen Foley, is here, but she's mom, right? And I know former tempori over here. He's a Kent Town councilman over here. But really, everyone's here supporting our honorees. That's what this is all about. So again, thank you. Congratulations to all. Wait, one more thing too. Joe Tock, where's Joe? He's going to get a really special recognition later this evening in memory of an amazing man, the late Judge James Reitz. And congratulations, Joe. It means a lot. Congratulations to all of you. Have a great evening. Stay healthy and stay safe.
Thank you, Kevin. Let's begin our award presentation with the Adult Award first. I would like to invite Dana Erickson and Evan Deltz up to the podium, please.
Good evening. I wanted to start by recognizing all the amazing award winners. While I'm here to honor the recipient of the James F. Reitz Adult Award, I would be remiss if I did not take this opportunity to voice my, and everyone else in this room's, immense gratitude for your contributions to Putnam County. Our community thrives because of your support. Each of you has added to our collective capacity and resiliency. Yet, what I find most incredible is the immense passion expressed through your acts of service. For service is not done for service's sake. It is a declaration, one that speaks of love for your community and the people within. More than a mere obligation or gift to be bestowed, because through service what a person finds is an intersection between themselves and the world that induces meaning. You have given your time, your efforts, and in many ways, yourselves. You have also done this freely, willingly, and without expectation, embracing an ideal that forms the very fabric of society. Each of you is an example of why empowering our youth is so vital, not just to give life to your voices, but as active participants in our shared experience. You are the community, standing together with all of us as intrinsic components of what makes Putnam County so special. Youth empowerment in its highest form brings youth and adults together to create something that is meaningful and authentic. Tonight serves as a showcase of this fact. This is why it is my privilege to introduce our Adult Award winner, Joseph Tock. Young people flourish because of the individuals who provide them with knowledge, skills, and confidence needed to be the leaders we see before us. In this respect, there is no person I can offer greater praise to than Joseph Tock, who has shared his expertise and character with local youth for over 35 years. I can attest to the magnitude of these contributions as the current coordinator of the Putnam County Youth Court. However, Joe's propensity for giving back to the community extends beyond what I've personally witnessed. Our Putnam County Youth Court has been in existence since 1987, and every member today owes a debt to our history. Barbara Reitz, who is here with us tonight, took this fledgling restorative justice program and expertly ushered it forward, creating a flagship community asset that everyone could be proud of. The great Judge Reitz, who this award is named after, imbued his knowledge and principles into the essence of our youth court. These are exemplary pillars of our program, and Joseph Tock, who has been educating Putnam County Youth Court trainees since the program's inception, stands amongst them. For Joe has consistently been there for the youth in our program whenever they needed him. Joe has educated countless members on the justice system and imparted the skills they needed to craft behavioral interventions for their peers. Amongst the youth court graduates he has taught, we can count a federal special agent, investigator, assistant district attorney, and a defense attorney, to name a few. But that only highlights those who are in the justice system, where many others exist, many of whom reside in Putnam County and reflect admiringly upon the insight that Joseph Tock provided during a critical junction in their lives. Joe also supports and promotes the Putnam County Youth Court program in more understated ways than should never be ignored. We are thankful to have many supportive experts, but Joe stands alone as someone who donates his free time to attend every graduation and event, promoting the benefits of youth court and the success of our young members. I wanted to end my portion, though, with one anecdote that summarizes the dedication Joe has shown to our youth. 3 years ago, in an effort to reach youth on the western side of Putnam County, our youth court expanded by launching a new branch of the program based out of Phillipstown Justice Court. When this occurred, I reached out to check if he would be willing to help with this new group, effectively asking him to double his contributions. Joseph Talk answered without hesitation. Of course he would. But this comes as no surprise, because this is the type of person I have come to know in my time working with him. Joseph Talk always puts our youth first, and they are better for it. I may have estimated that Joseph Talk donated over 300 hours to the Putnam County Youth Corps, but when we nominated him, but the knowledge and insight the trainees and members have gained is unquestionable.
As Dan alluded to, when we started the process of nominating Joseph Talk for this award, we knew that Joe's immense contributions to Putnam County Youth Corps. So it was an easy assumption that his altruism would manifest in a variety of ways. And still, through this process, I was impressed by the scope of his service. Over the years, Joseph Talk has given back to the Mahopac Library, Boy Scouts of America, Relay for Life, March of Dimes, Mahopac Chamber of Commerce, and the Putnam County Bar Association. Quite frankly, there's so many contributions that I cannot adequately discuss them all. Joseph Talk has worked directly with youth while also enhancing community assets that support them. He has been a role model and a leader. At Putnam County Library, Joe served as president of the board, vice president, and trustee. And during his time, he supported the expansion of scholarships available to young volunteers like the ones here tonight. This is just one example of how sweeping his contributions have been and highlights how Joe worked behind the scenes to support our local youth. Those I spoke with who have worked with Joe through these organizations all shared one similar message, that there was no one more deserved. But Dana and I do not wish anyone to leave here believing this is simply because of compilation. Joseph Talk represents and imparts the type of civic values that are indispensable. Listen to Joseph Talk present and you will hear about principles and ideals, not his personal creed, but as something more fundamental. He invites our youth to think critically about these concepts and integrate them into their being. An important message for all people, but especially for young people during a time of rapid change. The quality of Joe's service is unparalleled, and so is his character. There's been no better ally. For all that he has done for the youth of Putnam County, it has been our honor to introduce him this evening for the James F. Reeds Adult Award. Joseph J. Talk.
First of all, I'd like to thank Dana, Evan, and Kim from the Putnam County Youth Corps. Next, I'd like to thank the Putnam County Youth Board for selecting me and recognizing me. Most importantly, I would be unable to do the volunteerism that I've done without my best friend, my partner, my wife of 38 years, Jean Talk. She should be recognized. And just as importantly, outside there's a list of all of the previous youth award winners. And if you go back to 2008, William Talk, 2011, Stephanie Talk, in 2014, Gregory Talk. My three children were also award winners here. I'm extraordinarily proud of them and their efforts. And I want to thank everybody, especially the youth here tonight. You guys have earned this. You've done everything you can for your community. Come back to your community, go to college, have a great time. Find something that you enjoy studying. You'll be very good at it, and you'll be great young adults. Putnam County is a great place to live and work and play. Thank you.
Barbara, would you please come up to the podium, please?
I do. Congratulations.
Thank you. We've done this dance before. Many years.
Bear with me. Good evening. My name is Barbara Reitz, and I am the proud wife of our Honorable Judge James F. Reitz. I'd like to congratulate this year's Youth Awards recipients. Truly, you're inspiring to all of us. You see, I'm learning many things in my life, and I know the most precious gifts that we can share is our time. Time sharing a gentle smile, a gentle word, all just by showing up. Congratulations to the Bureau on your 40th annual Youth Awards ceremony for our outstanding youth volunteers. And thank you for honoring our Judge James F. Reitz' legacy. I'm not done with you, Joe. So please bear with me. Joe Talk and I go back a very long time. And I may be showing my age, but this is my 36th Youth Awards. As I am the coordinator of Putnam County Youth Court for 30 years, I am now retired and it is in the most perfect hands now. 25 years ago, I met Judge Reitz right here. We fell in love and our love for our children. It's because of the Youth Bureau and Youth Court I met Joe Talk 35 years ago. Joe is a friend, a colleague, and a mentor, and I am not surprised to learn Mr. Talk is receiving the 2025 Honorable James F. Reitz Volunteer Award. Joe Talk and Judge Reitz are friends, colleagues, mentors to each other. They both share their time, their expertise of the law, and their love for our youth. Tonight is an honor for me because I see Judge Reitz and Joe Talk. And I know Judge Reitz is honored as well. This one is close to my heart, Joe Talk. You and your family have stood by my side, sharing our love for our children, our greatest gifts. You and your family have prayed for me. You have stayed with me and Jim. I want to thank you for your time, your memories, and your love. And I have, and you can take with you, a small gift from the Honorable Judge James F. Reitz courtroom himself. I would like to present to you this gift that you can open when you get to your table, but it's from Judge Reitz. It's memories of the past 35 years, it's love, and it's our time that we've spent together. So thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. That was wonderful. We will now start with the Youth Awards. When I graduated high school, my employment options seemed limited. I was given some advice for my future. Some said, join the circus, start a rock band in your garage, or the most rewarding, a door-to-door salesman. Well, I thanked them and immediately disregarded those suggestions. I'm sure the talented and committed young men and women here tonight have far loftier goals and ideas at their fingertips. Have your own podcast, become an entrepreneur, be an influencer. I'm sure I've been influenced, and I don't even know why. Also, I can assure you that at no time was AI or ChatGPT was involved in any tonight's presentation. So with that, let's get started. With Andrew Barty, please come to the podium. Andrew is a senior at Putt Valley High School. His top 3 organizations were Guiding Eyes for the Blind from January 21 to present, where they raise, care, and train for service dogs, future service dogs. Westchester County Medical Center collect and deliver toys, and Vets Home Holiday Stocking Collection from 2020 to the present. Words to describe Andrew. Andrew is very dedicated to our mission. He is reliable, caring, and loving. He treats his dogs with dignity and respect. Andrew has a true appreciation and acknowledgement of the respect deserved by vets. Andrew is a very good-hearted, kind person with a thoughtful spirit. I asked him, why does he like to volunteer? He said he likes to be out in the open and be physical. His role model is his sister Madeline. He's undecided about college, but he wants to be a public defender. So ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Martin.
Firstly, I just want to say thank you to both of my parents. I obviously couldn't do much of this without them. And I want to give a special thank you to my high school's assistant principal, Dr. Payne, who is also here tonight. And a special thanks to, whether they're not here tonight, from Putnam Valley High School as well, Ms. Fry and Mr. Gilligan. Thank you.
Would Madeline Barrett please come to the podium? Madeline is a Mayapack High School senior. Her top 3 organizations are the Scouts from 2018, and she was presented with the Eagle Scout Award. She was also a member of the Youth Corps from 2021 to present, and a very big volunteer of the Mayapack Volunteer Fire Department. She is EMT certified from 2024 to present. Words to describe Madeline. She became one of the first females to join the Boy Scouts of America. She has proven her leadership skills time after time. The boys in the troop unanimously voted her to lead and represent them. Madeline serves the fire department with pride and dedication. She is the leader who motivates people to excel and can be counted upon any time of the day. She is the eager volunteer who gets jobs done and done well. I asked her why she likes to volunteer. She enjoys giving back, and her family volunteers as well. Her role model is her dad. Her college of choice is either University of Buffalo or Manhattan College. She wishes to study electrical engineering and physics and wants to work in the space industry or NASA. Pretty lofty goals. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Madeline.
I just want to thank everybody for this opportunity. I've had a lot of people who have helped me along the way. I want to say thank you to Dana and Evan for everything with Youth Court. Thank you to all the people at the firehouse. Thank you to the principal, Mr. Patrick Evans, and all the teachers at the school. I've had a lot of help for coming here. Thank you to my parents. Yeah, just a lot of people to thank.
Would Carissa Escaravage please come to the stage? Carissa is a sophomore in Carmel High School. Her top 3 are Guiding Eyes for the Blind from 2022 to present, 4-H Youth Development Cornell Co-op and Extension from 2021 to now, and Putnam County Youth Board Mentoring 2023 to present. Some words to describe Carissa. Through Carissa's service, her impact is evident. She is reliable, responsible, and her bubbly personality makes her a positive role model to her peers. This individual is a unique and special young woman who gives so much to herself. She is without hesitation a deserving leader. If a mentee proves somewhat difficult, Carissa goes above and beyond and responds with kindness and leaves the mentee feeling heard and acknowledged. The mentee knows they can trust and rely on her. She likes volunteering because it brings connection with the community. A role model are her grandparents. Hasn't chosen a college yet, but she wants to be involved with children and may do teaching. Ladies and gentlemen, Carissa Escar.
I just want to say thank you to my family for being able to drive me to all these opportunities. And I want to say thank you to Dina for nominating me. It's just given me a wonderful opportunity for this award. And just thank you for anyone who has put their faith in me at the community service opportunities. It has just really shaped me as a person. Thank you.
Well, this is kind of like family night with Natalie Escaravage. Please come to the podium. Natalie is a Carmel High School senior. Her top three are Guiding Eyes to the Blind from 2022 to present, 4-H team leader 2021 to present, and Carmel High School student assisting students from 2023 to present. Some words about Natalie. Natalie has superb communication and decision-making skills. She is able to adapt her role as a volunteer in the classroom and help the students in a way that is needed. Natalie is motivated, thoughtful, conscientious person who enjoys helping others. Natalie consistently prioritizes her commitment to the 4-H program. Her strong communication skills ensure that everyone feels respected and informed. She is a standout volunteer. She likes to volunteer because it believes it is nice to get involved with the community. Her role model is her mom. She wants to go to SUNY Cortland and become an elementary school teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, Natalie Escarva.
I want to say thank you to my parents for putting up with all the car rides to all these different volunteering events, and thank you to Dina Altavilla for nominating me for this youth award. It's a great way to help me transition into college with all the different ways with volunteering. So thank you.
Would Cameron Felsenfeld please come to the podium? Cameron is a Carmel High School senior. He is volunteered at the Blythe Children's Hospital from 2023 to present. The New York Rangers Learn to Play 2022 to present. And also volunteered at the Putnam Panthers Mini Mites 2022 to present. Some words about Cameron. Cameron has played a central role in the development and character with life skills such as responsibility, respect, integrity, and teamwork. Cameron is patient and understands individual needs and is very cognizant of expectations with regard to age and ability. At the Children's Hospital, Cameron treats all children with respect. He has a terrific attitude whenever he comes into my classroom. He likes to volunteer. He enjoys helping out. His role model are his parents. He wants to go to UConn and be an engineer. Ladies and gentlemen, Cameron Felsenfeld. Hey, everybody.
thank you very much for coming out. And I first want to say I feel like I owe all of you an apology. Because when I first walked in here, I ran into a friend of mine, and she asked me, what are you going to talk about in your speech? And I said, what do you mean, what speech? So I'll keep it quick, but I want to thank my father for coming out here and recording me so generously. And I'd like to thank Jen at Blythedale Children's Hospital for letting me spend so much time there and care for the children that are admitted to the building. Thank you very much.
And I would like to introduce Shannon Sullivan, who will do our next group of winners.
Good evening. Good evening. I'd like to invite Christian Ferrara to the podium, please. Christian is a senior at Haldane High School and a dedicated resident of Cold Spring. Christian has spent his high school years giving back in thoughtful, meaningful ways, always with the goal of helping others feel seen, heard, and supported. Through his work with the Putnam County Youth Bureau, Christian serves not only as a youth court mentor, but also as a mentor, meeting with youth defendants and their families ahead of time to make sure they understand the process and feel comfortable. It is a role that requires maturity, empathy, and trust, and Christian has excelled in it. His passion for mentorship began even earlier when he joined the mentoring program as a freshman. Having once been mentored himself as a fifth grader, Christian was inspired to return the favor and be that same supportive presence for younger students. Now he gets to listen to them, guide them, and remind them that their voices matter. When asked why he volunteers, Christian explained that his very first experience with mentoring lit the spark, and from there, his advisors encouraged him to expand into youth court. These early opportunities made a lasting impact, and he's now paying it forward. Looking ahead, Christian plans to attend college at either Syracuse University or Siena College, where he hopes to study entrepreneurship. His dream is to one day own a business, though he's keeping an open mind about what kind. Please join me in congratulating Christian.
Hello. I would like to start by thanking my parents who are over there, along with everyone at the Youth Bureau, Evan, Dana, Kim, Naomi, because if it weren't for all of them, I wouldn't be here right now. So thank you.
I'd like to next invite to the podium Olivia Fitzsimmons. Olivia is a senior at the Master's School and is a proud member of the Mayapack community. Olivia is an extraordinary young woman whose service work reflects both compassion and courage. She has volunteered over 150 hours at the Women's Resource Center, working in both the office and the shelter. Through this powerful experience, Olivia gained a deep understanding of the realities of domestic violence and the strength of families impacted by it. This work not only shifted her perspective, it shaped her purpose. The personal connection became a full circle moment, inspiring her to pursue a future in advocacy law. Olivia's passion for helping others also shines through her work with Midnight Run. What began as a family volunteer activity grew into something larger when Olivia brought the initiative to her school in Dobbs-Ferry. She organized clothing and food drives, brought donations to individuals experiencing homelessness in New York City, and even arranged for the founder of the Midnight Run to speak at her school community, ensuring her peers understood the power of the service and human connection. When asked why she volunteers, Olivia shared that it's all about making a real difference, not just by collecting donations, but by offering genuine human interactions to people who are so often overlooked. She wants them to feel seen, respected, and valued. Olivia credits her mom as her role model, praising her work ethic and constant encouragement. And she's just getting started. Olivia plans to study political science and pre-law at Boston University. Her goal is to make a change through her advocacy and use her voice to uplift others. Please join me in congratulating Olivia.
I want to begin by thanking all of you for being here and joining me in celebrating this moment. It is truly an honor to be recognized among such incredible individuals. Being nominated and selected to receive this award means so much to me. I'm genuinely grateful for the opportunities I've had to give back to my community, and I know I wouldn't be here without the support of so many amazing people. Firstly, I want to thank the adults in my life. Your guidance has encouraged me and has helped me to be the person I am today. I'm especially thankful of the staff of the Putnam Northern Westchester Women's Resource Center who joined us tonight, Shannon and Piaget. You both have shown me what it means to be a true advocate, and your commitment to helping others has been a powerful example for me. You've inspired me to show up every day with purpose and compassion. I also want to thank my parents. You've always pushed me to be the best version of myself, and your unwavering belief in me has made all the difference. Your support has been the foundation of everything I've been able to accomplish. To everyone who's shown me kindness and generosity along the way, thank you. I carry this honor not just for myself, but for all of you who've helped me grow, believe, and give back. Thank you.
Next up, I'd like to invite to this podium Josephine Foley Henland. Josephine is a senior at Haldane High School and a proud member of the Cold Spring community. Josephine is the kind of young leader who doesn't just talk about change, she makes it happen. She joined the Putnam County Youth Court last year and quickly stood out. This year, she serves on the steering committee, helping to plan meetings, set agendas, and organize events. Although she didn't initially join with an interest in law, her goal was simple and powerful: to engage with her peers and make a positive impact. She's also a longtime member of the Girl Scouts, where she has completed both her bronze and silver awards and is currently working on her gold award. Her project partners with the American Legion to enhance the Veterans Flag Program, a beautiful way to honor service and support those who are given so much to the community. When asked what draws her to service, Josephine speaks of growing up in a small, close-knit community of Cold Spring. She was taught that connection matters, that we can't achieve anything on our own. To her, volunteering is about using your tools and your skills to help others grow together. Josephine's role model is her mom, who has always led by example through community service, leadership in the Girl Scouts, and civic engagement. That spirit clearly lives on in Josephine, who plans to study data science and analytics with a minor in psychology. She is still deciding which college she'd like to attend, but wherever she goes, she's sure to make a difference. Please join me in congratulating Josephine.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to be receiving this award tonight. Serving my community has always been extremely important to me, and I've had numerous people help me along the way. I want to thank all these people tonight. Thank you to Dana and Evan, my youth court advisors, who have presented me with so many new opportunities and shown me this whole new world of volunteering. Thank you to Ms. Caution, my guidance counselor, for nominating me and spending so much time on my college applications, and to all of the teachers and office staff who always cheer me on. Thank you to my mom for serving as my Girl Scout troop leader since kindergarten, and to my dad and brother for always supporting me. Thank you to my Gold Award advisor, Jake Cassidy, and though he isn't here tonight, he's been so open to working with me and letting me have full creative reign in helping the Legion. I am so appreciative of the community of people that has helped me to achieve all my goals and for their role in me being here tonight. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite up Cade Freehill to the podium. Cade is an 11th grader at Mahopac High School and a dedicated volunteer from the town of Mahopac. Cade's commitment to service is impressive, especially for someone who's only a junior. One of his most unique contributions has been through 4-H, where his passion for animals, especially chickens, sparked something truly special. When Cade got his first chicken, he realized there wasn't a poultry club available for high school students. He took the initiative and contacted the 4-H club, receiving training, and started his own poultry club in Putnam Valley. Thanks to Cade, other teens now have a place to gather, learn, and grow their shared interests. He's also been a coach for the Mahopac Sports Association for the soccer program for the past 3 springs. He loves working with the 1st through 4th graders and finds joy in mentoring young athletes. His dedication to coaching reflects not just his leadership, but patience and a heart for teaching. When asked why he volunteers, he shared that it keeps him busy, allows him to help others, and teaches others how they can help the community. He hopes to log over 500 hours of service by the time he graduates next year, which is an incredibly ambitious goal. Cade credits his mom as his role model, noting her determination and work ethic as the qualities he admires most. Looking ahead, he plans to pursue a career as a child psychologist, a path that perfectly aligns with his compassionate nature and desire to support others. Please join me in congratulating Cade.
I have to tell you, Maurizio is a very insecure child, especially because of his size compared to other kids his age. This season, Cade has brought out much of his confidence so much in soccer. He talks to Maurizio not only like a friend, but like a mentor. He pushes Maurizio to always do his best and cheers him on during the game. Even on days when Maurizio felt like he didn't do the best he could, Cade always gave him that positive reinforcement he needed to hear. This season, Cade has not only instilled so much more confidence in Maurizio, but he loved every second of the season, cannot wait to have him as coach again next season. This was a text my mom received from a kid who I coach soccer. This feedback, while just from one parent, represents the appreciation I get from my community. Things like that have motivated me to be my best and have driven me to be where I'm standing now. My greatest motivation of all are my two wonderful, very patient parents. They have made it their life mission to orchestrate every aspect of my life to ensure my happiness and success. I couldn't do half the things I do without them, especially being here today because they were my ride. I also wanted to thank and appreciate all my higher-ups. The former director of the 4-H, Dina, who gave a 15-year-old me a chance to run my own club, and all the NSA leaders who trust me with my own soccer team. To anyone else who has ever given me a chance to strive and better myself, thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite up to the podium Adam Geller. Adam is a senior at Mayapack High School and a resident of Mayapack. Adam has shown a remarkable commitment to service throughout his high school years. For over 4 years, he has been a proud member of the Putnam County Youth Corps, where he's gained hands-on knowledge about the legal system, participated in educational trips, and even helped others learn about law and justice. His involvement there reflects not only his curiosity, but also his desire to serve others through fairness and understanding. Adam is also an active member of the Mayapack Leos Club, where he's taken part in meaningful projects that benefit the community directly. Whether organizing Earth Day cleanups or helping construct a accessible patio at the local school, Adam's efforts reflect compassion, leadership, and a strong sense of responsibility to his hometown. When asked why he volunteers, Adam shared that it gives him a true sense of accomplishment and pride. He simply loves helping others, and that's something we can all admire. His role model is his aunt, Farrah Ballard, who has shown him what it means to be strong and resilient. Her influence has inspired Adam to give back to others with the same strength and grace. As Adam prepares for the next chapter of his life, he will be attending Marist University, where he plans to study business administration. His goal is to one day run his own business. His thoughts are perhaps a laundromat, an auto shop, or a home care agency, ventures that reflect his ambition and desire to serve his community in a practical, meaningful way. Please join me in congratulating Adam.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank all those who organized this ceremony and express my gratitude for everyone who showed up to support my peers and I today. Next, I would like to thank Dana, Naomi, Evan, and Kim from the Putnam County Youth Bureau for their contribution to the community through running the Youth Court program. I truly have learned so much from this opportunity, and it wouldn't be possible without their hard work and dedication to serving this community. Finally, I would like to thank my family, most of which are here today. From my parents and my grandparents to my aunt, uncle, and brother, they all have taught me my strong work ethic and how to accomplish my goals. Without all of these individuals who are here to support me today and have up to this point, I would not be on this podium right now. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite up Youth Board member Judge Tom Jacobellis.
Good evening. I'd like to invite up Kira Hammond. Kira is a Town of Carmel resident and lives in Mayapack. She's a senior at Mayapack High School. She's volunteered with several organizations, but her top organizations were Putnam 4-H, where she was a youth leader. She's volunteered with the STEAM teams. She's ran the game tent at the 4-H fair and organized activities. And she's also volunteered many hours with the Larchmont Police Department at their events, also collected donations for the people of Ukraine. Some of the words to describe Kira by others who nominated her were a warm and approachable demeanor, dedicated to supporting the community, a delightful young lady, consistently demonstrates outstanding leadership skills, and an ability to foster a welcome and enjoyable environment for all. When I asked her why she volunteers, she told me she enjoys helping the community she lives in, and she wants to make a difference. Her role model is her older sister, Kaylee Ann, who she wants to follow in her footsteps, and she finds her to be very inspirational. Her future plans are to attend college. She's still undecided, but she told me she thinks she's narrowed it down to 3, Oneonta, Iona, and Florida Atlantic. And she hopes to, plans to study biology on a medical track. So maybe one day we'll be calling her Dr. Hammond. So congratulations.
Hi everyone. I just wanted to take a moment to thank a few people because without them I wouldn't be standing here receiving this award today. First, I wanted to thank everyone who helped organize this ceremony and made today possible. I also wanted to recognize Dina Altavilla and Beatrice Lopez. I'm so thankful for all of their time, effort, and guidance they've shared with me over the years. They've helped me create so many opportunities to get involved in my community through the various 4-H programs I've participated in, and I really appreciate everything they've done for me. I also want to thank Lieutenant Ron Letson, the Executive Officer of the Larchmont Police Department, for always offering me ways to volunteer and give back to the community of Larchmont. I am thankful for the opportunity to not only contribute my time to Putnam County, but also Westchester County. Most importantly, I wanted to thank my sister, Kaylee Ann. She's my biggest inspiration when it comes to volunteering. Watching her dedication to helping others has really motivated me to follow in her footsteps, and I'm so thankful to have her as my role model. And of course, I wanted to thank my parents for always supporting me and encouraging me in everything I do. Thank you again for the award. I feel so honored to be recognized, and I'm very grateful for the chance to be part of such an amazing community.
Our next award recipient is Kaylee Harney. Unfortunately, due to a prior commitment that has taken her to Rochester, New York today, Kaylee could not be present tonight, but I still want to go over some of her accomplishments with everybody. She's a dedicated volunteer to the Putnam County Youth Court. She's a senior at Carmel High School, where she's a active member of the Future Business Leaders of America there, Interact, Rotary International, Putnam County 4-H, as well as the Ty Lewis Campbell Foundation for Pediatric Cancer Research are some of the organizations she's dedicated many hours to. Some of the words to describe her is that she's a true leader, always wants to do her best, organized, friendly, and prepared, available, genuine, and supportive, and the ability to connect and make positive changes. She told me she likes to volunteer because she feels an obligation to give back to the community and to society, and she likes doing something bigger than herself. Kaylee's role model is her mom, who always keeps her grounded and says that she's inspirational because she's always putting everyone before herself. Her future plans are to attend college, and she told me she's 99% committed to attending Virginia Tech in the fall, where she plans to study business and plans to work in the business field. Congratulations, Kaylee Harney. I'd like to invite up Svetlana Kaplan. Lana is a resident of Carmel, where she is a senior at Carmel High School. She's volunteered with many organizations, but some of the main organizations she's dedicated many hours to are Putnam County Youth Court, which she's been a member for over 5 years, participating in all aspects of cases. She's volunteered also for the Putnam County Youth Bureau, spoken at various ceremonies. She's a member of the Carmel High School National Honor Society, where she's put in a lot of volunteer hours, working with the elementary schools and other school events, volunteered at concessions. She's also involved with Arts on the Lake, the Carmel High School dance team, Green Chimneys, the Hive Dance Center, Tri-M, the Carmel Music Department. So you can see she keeps pretty busy. She was the hardest one to get a hold of. Words to describe Lana: hardworking, always willing to take on any role, leads by example. Her warm and friendly personality makes everyone around her immediately comfortable. Lana enjoys volunteering because she loves giving back to her community, because she feels her community has given so much to her. She does it, she told me, out of the goodness of her heart, and she says she volunteers with a smile on her face. Lana's role model are her parents, who she said she would not be anywhere without their love and support. Lana is going to be going to college in the fall, and she will be attending Pace University, and she will be studying nursing. Congratulations.
So as you might have heard, I am a very busy person. So you must know that when I remembered that I had to write a speech, I freaked out. And so I wrote it last night, and I freaked out so much that I wrote a really long speech. And then, so I'm just gonna talk about it because I like talking and I'm pretty good at talking, so I feel like this is pretty easy. But I am very deeply honored to be nominated as one of the Youth Award recipients, and standing next to and being next to all these incredible Youth Award recipients as well makes me feel so honored to be here. I never could have imagined a moment like this, and if I'm gonna be really honest, I really thought that speeches were just like meant for like actors and musicians and people who are like accepting big awards and stuff like that. But like, that's also me. So it's kind of surreal to say that like my hard work and efforts have been recognized by people who are so much bigger than me, and it's such an honor, and I'm so thankful for this opportunity. I would love to thank my mom and my dad, who are both arguably my biggest inspirations in life, and without them, I would be lost. I am a complete mold of them, and I am so glad that they are my parents, obviously. And it is with their nurturing and care that I am who I am today. And secondly, I'd like to thank Janine, Dana, Evan, and everyone else part of the Youth Bureau. I have been given so many amazing opportunities that I never thought that I'd be able to be given if it wasn't for them. So I've learned so much. I've been a part of Youth Court. And one thing I think is so special that I forgot to add at the beginning is that when I first started Youth Court, I had to undergo training. And one of the trainings was taught by Judge Jacobellis. And it was during COVID, so obviously the courts and stuff were really closed and stuff like that. But the one thing I remember him saying was that to just stop by whenever he could. And it was his kindness that has stuck with me. And that is one thing that has helped me to keep on going through Youth Court and keep on volunteering. So thank you so much. I would love to thank my teachers and friends who have been very uplifting and always helping me strive to be my best. It is their influence that has helped me to shape me into who I am today. And I'm incredibly grateful once more to be honored with this award, and I look forward to giving back to more, wow, okay. I look forward to giving back to my community more as I pursue my life and my career in nursing, and thank you so much again.
Thank you, Lana, for the kind words. If there's one thing I could say is I'm nicer than the other judges in the room tonight. I'd like to call up William Lopes at this point. William is a Town of Carmel resident and lives in Mayapack. He's a senior, a 12th grader at Mayapack High School. Some of the organizations that William has volunteered with is 4-H, where he's been a volunteer, he told me, for over 8 years. 4-H STEAM team with Sphero Robots with the 4-H STEAM teams, the 4-H Teen Action Group, the 4-H, he's a 4-H youth leader working with small children. And he also volunteers with the Mayapack High School Bio Club, where he's in charge at Mayapack High School through the Bio Club with recycling for the school. all of the recyclable materials. And he's also helped at Mayapack with the planting of trees at Mayapack High School. William also does general volunteering work around the neighborhood. We didn't really discuss this, but when I was reading his packet, I thought it was really cool. One of his nominees said he just helped someone with a shed in the neighborhood because they needed help with the shed. So that's the type of person he is. Some of the words used by the nominees to describe him were never shies away from hard work, always reliable and responsive, extremely dedicated and hardworking, always the first person to arrive and the last person to leave, consistently shows his care for the community, and a role model to younger teens and peers. When I asked him why he enjoys volunteering, he told me it's a legacy thing. He credits his older sister for getting him involved in volunteering. As a side note, he told me his sister was a youth award recipient back, I think it said 2017. His role model is his sister, who is 8 years older than him, and has set him on his path of volunteering. William's future plans are to attend college, and he plans to attend SUNY Cortland in the fall, studying sports management. He hopes to work behind the scenes for an NBA or NFL team, and we had a brief discussion. By the time he graduates, I think, unfortunately, my New York Giants may be in need for a new general manager, so I hope maybe he can take over. Congratulations.
Hello, good evening. First off, I'd like to thank my parents and my sister for always pushing me and supporting me behind whatever I do. I'd also like to thank Dina for always giving me countless opportunities and never straining to help me. Thank you.
The next award recipient is Ryan Martin. Unfortunately, Ryan could not be here tonight, but he has a very good reason. He is a senior at Brewster High School, and he is a member of the Italian Club, and he told me today he was leaving for Florence, Italy. So I gave him a pass. So I just want to speak briefly because Ryan has some very impressive accomplishments that I'd like to share with everybody. He is the commanding officer for the Brewster ROTC program. He's in charge of over 200 cadets. They volunteer throughout the community at VFW breakfasts. They're the color guard at parades and other community events. He's also a volunteer for the Brewster FC Soccer Club, where he's volunteered as a youth coach, assisted in clinics with 4- and 5-year-olds, and also has volunteered his time as a referee. Ryan also volunteers with the Brewster Life Skills class. He's assisted students with disabilities with everyday life skills, as well as academic and other community events. He's a member of the National Honor Society and the Mu Alpha Theta Math Honor Society. He also volunteers for the St. Jude Children's Hospital. Ryan was described as dependable and reliable, shows extreme leadership skills, an excellent role model, and he has a presence and confidence which motivates those around him. Ryan likes to volunteer because it gives him a good feeling, and it pushes him to stay grounded, and he likes seeing a smile on someone's face after they receive help. His role model is his grandfather, who is always there for him and puts everyone before himself. And he will be attending college in the fall at Fairfield University, majoring in biology on a pre-med track. And he hopes, if everything goes as planned, to someday be an orthopedic surgeon. So congratulations to Ryan. Like to invite Carrie up?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. I would like to start by saying what an honor and a privilege it has been to get to know some of these adolescents. This has been one of the most rewarding experiences, and I am beyond grateful to be able to present Robert Maxwell. When I first spoke with Robert, he was very pointed, very meticulous, and very aware of himself. Robert is currently a senior at Maxwell Academy, and he's been a resident of Patterson. Robert has many volunteer efforts, and when I asked specifically why Robert likes to volunteer, he said, "I love to help others, and loving your neighbor was one of his biggest points." Robert volunteers at the Patterson Baptist Church with doing audio and visual services, and he records and edits the services for the church. Robert volunteers at the Patterson Fire Department. He is currently a junior firefighter, and he has helped with the carnival sales, book events, and setting up just tables and being a part of the community there. Robert also volunteers with the Living History Guild, doing Revolutionary War reenactments, which, for somebody at Robert's age, was wonderful to hear, because you don't really hear about that a lot. And as I said to Robert, when we talked about this, I had no idea that this happened in Putnam County, so I might be showing up one day. On to the next point, when I asked Robert about his role model, he very, very quickly and without hesitation said Jesus, which again, with someone at Robert's age, you don't hear much. When asked about this and asked to kind of give some more detail, Robert said, "Jesus is my role model because he loved everyone and sacrificed himself." And that when thinking about this, he tries to model his own behaviors after this and walking in his footsteps. Robert's future plans are to get certified as a firefighter and also to attend the Word of Life Bible Institute in Pottersville. He's going to be studying theology and Bible studies. When discussing with Robert words that he would use to describe himself, he gave me many, many options, and ones that I truly, after speaking with him, found to be very pointed were that Robert is kind, truthful, respectful, he's a leader, he is self-aware, and he's brave. Robert stated that he has a fear of failure, which I found very odd when we're talking about words to describe yourself. So I asked him, "What does that mean, Robert?" And he said to me, "You learn from your failures if you are willing to." What amazing insight at such a young age. Some of Robert's favorite things, because we did some funsies as a part of this, was steak, mashed potatoes, and gravy. It's his favorite meal. He loves electronic dance music, which again, shocked me, but I appreciated that. And his favorite color is green, which we also relate on. And in thinking about my presentation tonight for Robert specifically, something had come to mind, because one thing he did not state was his faith in those words. So in thinking about this, a passage came to mind from Corinthians. "For we walk by faith, not by sight." And with that, I'd like to say congratulations, Robert.
So I didn't realize I was going to be talking, but I kind of did. So I'll start how everybody else started with being thankful, and I'll say thank you to my parents, but also thank you to everybody else in this room for your kindness, because I can see everybody here seems to be being kind, and that's really good. And volunteering is helping others. And like Jesus said to do, he said to love your neighbor, and loving your neighbor is helping others. And there's a lot more details into that, but that's one of the big ones. And that's a point that should be brought up more. Thank you.
The next person I'd like to have join me, but unfortunately she cannot because she is also in Italy, is Vanessa Mazzi, but we are joined by her mother, Elizabeth. When I got the chance and the opportunity to speak to Vanessa, she was very excited. She was very, very excited about this opportunity, as well as a little disappointed she couldn't be here with us tonight. However, nobody's going to be disappointed about being in Italy. So, yeah.
Vanessa is currently a junior at Brewster High School. She's a Carmel resident. We discussed her volunteer efforts, including 4-H, which seems to be a very common thread tonight. And actually, anecdotally, when I spoke with Vanessa and we were talking about 4-H, I said, you know, I think I missed the boat growing up on that one because I never joined it. And you know what she told me? You can do it now. So now I have a challenge on my hands. Vanessa, along with 4-H, since 8th grade, she has participated in the Teen Action Group, the Giving Tree, and many youth events. She's a Putnam County Youth Court member, and she focuses and enjoys the safety awareness and the steering committee. She's the secretary for her junior class. She manages the meetings, attendings, and takes all the meeting minutes, and manages the bake sales. She's also a Science Honor Society, and she does the public relations officer for and all the fundraising. She's been a very busy young lady. When asked about her role model, not very surprisingly, Vanessa said my mother. And when I asked her, because I like to take quotes from people, she said, my mom is an elementary school speech teacher. She's genuine, she's kind, and she shows me how important it is to help people. She was very adamant. I put that in there. Vanessa's future plans is she wants to continue to volunteer. She was very adamant about that as well, and work with people in a helping profession. We had a very long conversation, ironically, as I also help people in my profession, and I may have encouraged her to come this way. So, she wants to get her PhD eventually. She's undecided about school, but has her top options, which are University of Connecticut, University of Massachusetts, and Binghamton. Drop my cards. When we discussed the words to describe her and what she would say about herself, she said she's outgoing, friendly, kind, generous, and approachable. She's inspired by the adults in her life and tries to mirror their actions. And to quote Vanessa, I'm hoping one day to inspire others the way that I have been inspired. Her favorite things are macaroni and cheese, and can't blame her for that. Taylor Swift and the Beatles, which, wild combination, but wonderful. And she loves to play guitar and she loves music. You want to come on up, Elizabeth?
As Vanessa's mom, I'm happy to read her speech on her behalf. She wishes she could be here. She says, I am honored to be a Putnam Youth Service Award recipient. It means so much to give back to a community that has raised me and supported me throughout my life. I would like to thank my family for loving and supporting the person I am, while also guiding me toward the person I am becoming. I would also like to thank Dina Alzavila for the nomination and for always believing in me since I first joined the 4-H Teen Action Group back in 8th grade. Without her guidance and mentorship, I would not be the leader I am today. I would also like to thank Beatrice Lopez, John Machino, Virginia, Denise, and the 4-H organization, as well as my youth court mentors Dana and Evan, for providing me with opportunities to contribute to Putnam County and instilling in me lifelong values of responsibility, communication, and leadership. I am grateful to be part of our wonderful Putnam County community. Thank you.
Okay, our next award recipient is Georgia Tempori. I told Georgia this over the phone. She was truly the most enthusiastic person I have ever spoken with in my entire life. Georgia is a Carmel High School senior. She is a Town of Kent resident. She is joined by her parents tonight, Jarma and Kim. She has many volunteer efforts, almost so many I had to use a second note card, and I would just like to add them. All of her volunteer efforts, she's very proud of her Carmel Rams football and cheer youth program. She's a cheer demonstrator and co-coach for grades K through 8. She's a student assistant services through the Kent Elementary. She reads to children and helps with homework. The Youth Lacrosse Club, weekly, she meets with them at the Carmel Sports Club, where she also happens to work for many years now. She's a National Honor Society member, a Spanish Club president, the Carmel High School Mentor Program, which is the Best Buddies program, correct me if I'm wrong, the Student Body President, the Board of Education Student Liaison, and many, many, many more. Georgia has also been a part of cheerleading. She's been a part of a lacrosse team. She's been a very active young lady in the community. She's actually currently the varsity captain, so that's wonderful. And she's currently on the LOHUD watch list. So, very proud of her for that one. When asked about who her role model was, she had a very hard time picking. However, we landed on a couple, and we're going to mention all of them. One of her top role models, of course, is her mother. When I asked about her mom, she said that she is strong, caring, and compassionate. Many of her role models included her teachers, specifically Coach Hacker. She found her to be one of the most inspirational people she has ever come across. I wish she was here tonight to hear that. Her plans for the fall, she's going to be attending Pace University, and her goal is to be an English teacher. She's also going to be in Division I lacrosse. When asked about words to describe Georgia, this is where she did pause for a second, but we got it out of her. She's humble, inspirational, outgoing, bright, friendly, and kind. She's CPR and first aid certified. She's a lifeguard at the Crystal Cross Pool. She's been very, very, very busy in our community. And when asked how she does all of this, she says, I'm very neat and organized. So, it makes sense. One of her favorite things to eat, which came with, I think, several exclamation points when we were talking, was bacon, cheeseburger, and fries. She's a fan of Taylor Swift, and she even saw her at the Eras tour, and her favorite color is pink, and that's why you got the pink one. Congratulations, Georgia.
I would like to thank everyone for coming tonight, the board, Carrie, and my former youth cheer coach and Carmel High School's nurse, Miss Stephanie Oster, for nominating me for this award. I am beyond grateful to be recognized for all I do. I would like to thank my principals, teachers, and all of Carmel High School staff for making my experience so special that I have wanted to find my way back into CHS, hopefully as an English teacher and a coach, and I can thank all of my volunteering experience for this bright future of mine. I would like to thank my parents, Kim and Jorma, for being my biggest supporters, but also the why behind what I do. They are volunteers themselves in the Carmel community and have guided me to be the strong and dedicated athlete, student, volunteer, and overall person I am today. Thank you.
Goodness. And last but certainly not least, Colin Wendell. Colin is a Carmel High School sophomore. He's a Carmel resident. When asked about his volunteer efforts, again, another 4-H guy, he's been doing 4-H since 8th grade and very busy within the 4-H. He's done the teen action group, the STEAM teams, community service projects, and the puppeteering show. He currently also volunteers at the Mount Kisco Presbyterian Church, teaching music with the pastor's wife. He has volunteered at the Carmel High School band, the chorus, the book club, the student committee. He plays percussion instruments. He's the book club manager. He meets with the Carmel superintendent to make the school a more welcoming place, which I think we can all say that's very necessary these days. When asked about his role model, he said that his role model is his mother. And when asked about why, he very pointedly said, she works the hardest of anyone I've ever met. She perseveres. She does things for me I don't even realize. You're probably pretty correct. Future plans. Colin plans to go into veterinary medicine, which makes sense. They're 4-H kids, right? He was very enthusiastic about that, by the way. He would like to attend, potentially, the University of Georgia, but his dream school is Cornell. If he does not end up going to college, he would love to work on a farm. In fact, he's applied to work at Tilly's over the summer. If anybody from Tilly's is here, please take note. When discussed words that he would use to describe himself, Colin, like most youths in our community, kind of stumbled on this one. But he said, when we got to the bottom of it, that he's determined, reliable, kind, helpful, positive. And he is seen in many of the references that came in as a role model in the community. He's willing to try new things, he finishes what he starts, and he enjoys feeling accomplished. Some of his favorite things are mac and cheese. His favorite music and band is Imagine Dragons. And interestingly enough, his favorite color is orange. Congratulations, Colin.
First, I just have to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for what he did on that cross for all of us. And what he did is a big reason how I came to accept myself and find a reason to strive to help others. And I can't say any of this without thanking my parents, my mom and my dad, for raising me to even be in the position to accept an award like this. And I have to give a very special thank you to Dina, John, Virginia, and Beatrice from the Teen Action Group for making me feel very accepted into the 4-H community, which really helped me go forth with my volunteering actions. Thank you.
I'd like to add to Judge Jacobellis, I did not get food.
What amazing group of volunteers we have out there. We hope you all continue to keep volunteering. It definitely encourages us all to get out there and do more and do better in our community. So at this time, I would like to bring Molly up to do our closing.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. So we just want to thank all of you for attending the 40th Annual Youth and Adult Awards Dinner. Thank you to the Youth Board and the Youth Bureau staff for all their hard work in making this event a huge success. At this time, I would like to thank the Mayapack Flower Shop for their generous donation of flowers for the award winners to wear this evening, the Putnam County Sheriff's Cadets, and Richard Masseri of the Putnam County IT Department for videotaping tonight's event, which will be aired on Comcast. Congratulations to all the award winners for their community service efforts in Putnam County. If all the award winners could please stay after this event for a photo opportunity. Thank you all for coming and have a great rest of your evening.